Flying Sparks, Volume 1, which includes 3 issues. It's 74 pages long. This is from, I guess, indie writer John Delarose. I came upon this through YouTube. I guess one of his streams had come into my feed. I thought, oh, let's check this guy out. I bought Cosmic Warrior, where there is a review for that. I'll link it at the end of the video. And I really enjoyed that a lot. I think I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. That was probably the best indie comic that I've ever read. And I have read quite a bit of them. So I went to his website, and this came up as a free with subscribing to the newsletter. I thought, oh, what the hell? I'll subscribe to the newsletter. Got this for free. Read it. Enjoyed it. Let's talk about it. We're going to use my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best that you can get in a category. I need to give you a warning. I'm not comparing this to a big publisher's comic. If I were, it's still better than probably like 90% of Marvel. And, well, no, probably 90% of DC, and like maybe 95% of Marvel. So, but that's not really how I'm gonna talk about it. I want to talk about it in comparison to just your expectation level from an indie comic, and also Cosmic Warrior, because that is his same work. So to that point, I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5 out of 2. So 2 is the best, 1.5. I like the storyline here a lot. So if 0 is bad, 1 is good, and 2 is amazing. So I'm just short of amazing. Again, it's the first 3 issues. Those are really the formative issues of a series, right? Like, okay, is everything established by the end? Yes, it pretty much is. And then really 4 and up, that's where you start getting into the big boy stuff. But I really like the storyline here. It feels like old school superheroing. So we got the girl here, Meta Girl, and there's Meta Man. So we're following her. I'm gonna get to the characters portion in a bit. So we're following her around. She's got her boyfriend here, and he's doing some shady stuff, and he also has powers. But she doesn't know he has powers. He doesn't know she has powers. He doesn't know she's doing a superhero thing, and she doesn't know that he's doing all these like shady fencing deals and stuff like that. So, but they both do actually love each other. So one thing I thought was really good about the story was the fact that they actually do love each other, and they're not just playing each other. I hate that, where it's like, she's like, oh, I'm just with him because I just need to be with someone. It's not like that at all. She genuinely cares for him. And he's not like, oh, I just need to uphold appearances, so I need to have a girlfriend or whatever. But yeah, so, and then she's got like, she has different gadgets that she uses to, I'll get to the characters. So she has different gadgets that she uses to fight crime. And there's a whole thing with this Rembrandt painting. And I don't want to give away the story. Actually, I'm going to put the link to the website so you guys can check this out. If you I don't know, again, I subscribed to the newsletter maybe 24 hours ago. So if that's still available, subscribe to the newsletter. It's free. You get this for free. Check it out. And I just want to say I have no affiliation with anybody from this organization. I do not know John. I don't know anybody, and I don't care. I've said this many times before. My loyalty is to the comic I'm reading, to the comic I'm buying. My loyalty is not to a person, an organization. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm Marvel guy. I don't care if it's Marvel, it's the best. I know. And I don't even care about creators, right? Like if it's a big time creator and it's something I don't like, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't like this one. That's it. I don't care who it is. Okay. So I do not suck up to any creators or anything. I don't care. I'm doing this review because I want to, not because anyone's asked me to. So I just want to make that clear for indie comics, because I know people might think, oh, is he helping his buddy out? No, I am not. Okay. So yeah, it's good. And then you got the scientist guy building the stuff. It feels like a good classic superhero thing. I actually like Meta Girl. She's very cool. So yeah, really good. The pacing is amazing. It's 2 out of 2. This is almost, this and Cosmic Warrior, this is what I would call like the best kind of pacing. So like, okay, so I just scrolled by. Let's just get to issue 2 since I've already kind of scrolled. So at the end of issue 1, you learn a few things about the characters and their powers and stuff. And then right away, so there's fighting in issue 1, but issue 2 starts off, and I don't want to go through this entire thing, and it is digital. I'm not buying physical comics from independent creators. It's just like not happening. I bought ISOM #1, and it was almost $100 that's outrageous because of the conversion. I did buy a signed copy of that. I thought it was kind of okay. I wasn't really dying over it, to be honest with you. It was all right. But it ended up being like $100. I'm like, yeah, that's just like not happening anymore. I gotta go digital because even Cosmic Warrior was like $10 digital, so converting that was like $14. So that's worth it. And this for $10 is 100% worth it. This, you get 3 issues. This is way better than at least 95% of Marvel Comics and at least 80 to 90% of DC probably, though I do like Action Comics and Superman. All right, so you get right into action. This guy, boom, this big guy just shows up. What the hell's going on? Oh, who's this? What's going on? Boom, right into action, superhero outfit, like one panel, boom, right into the fight, saving people. Now this guy, this is the boyfriend, so he also has abilities, but he's talking to this other kind of shady character. Again, I don't want to spoil anything. So there's explosions, oops, and it goes right back into flying. Classic Superman kind of Supergirl pose. She tries to shock him. It's awesome because it doesn't work, and then he just kind of beats her up. But I'll get to the characters on that in a second. So yeah, lots of fast pace, lots of action, and it's very fast. I read all of these in one sitting. That's a very good sign. For the art, I'm gonna give it a 1.5. I like the art. It's good. Got some classic superhero poses here. The layouts are pretty good. It's a little bit, it's not exactly just panels, okay? It does have, the colors are pretty good. So it's nice bright colors. Again, this is my iPad, so you know it's gonna look a lot brighter. Great battle here. So yeah, I really like the art. Again, I'm not saying the art here is better than like Jack Kirby or something. I'm just saying that for an indie comic, the art was very good. Yeah, I like the colors, everything. It looks nice. It flows well. So yeah, there you go. While I'm on the subject of art, I do mention my channel sponsor, which is beardedshirts.com. Beard like a beard, bearded shirts. The link is in the description. They do these awesome print all over shirts. They've got tons of X-Men stuff, tons of Superman, Legion of Superheroes, Batman. They got like G.I. Joe even. So it's just a great place. If you become a channel member, you are entered into a draw every month to win something from Bearded Shirts. But if not, check out their link in the description, and they got sales all the time. So there's always something going on. Check them out. All right. So for the characters, I'm gonna give the characters a 2 out of 2. I liked everybody. It's really cool. What I liked, let's talk about Metagirl. I don't want this video to be too long. We're just going to talk about Metagirl. There's the doctor, there's her boyfriend, there's like her friend, and then there's another guy that's like works at the shop where the boyfriend has his storefront. So there's villains. So there's lots of characters. I just want to talk about Metagirl herself. So what I like about this character is that firstly, she tries to be a superhero and wants to be a superhero. That's a big check. And that seems stupid to say that, but if you think back to how many times there's this whole thing of like, oh, I have powers, or oh, I don't want to do anything. It's like, I hate that. These reluctant heroes and stuff. It's just so tired. I hate that angle. So this is classic stuff. Like, I'm a hero. I'm going to go help people. When that big monster guy shows up, that big beefed up guy, she's like, well, I obviously can't defeat this guy, but he's causing a lot of damage and hurting people. So she's like, well, shit, I got to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I've got to at least try, maybe hold down the fort till Meta Man shows up or whatever, do the best that I can. That is awesome. So that makes me pumped up for the character. And then she does get beat up pretty badly, but then you actually feel bad for the character because she tried and, you know, failed, but at least she kept him busy long enough to save some people, and also Meta Man can show up as well. So I like that. And there's a female lady cop, and there's saying, and a reporter and a doctor and stuff saying, yeah, she did good, like she helped out. So I really like that, because I'm tired of this like, all powerful, she can beat anybody. Like, what's the point of that? Like, Meta Man clearly in this universe here, he's the big boy, he's the guy that can take care of stuff, he's the Superman kind of character. And she's not even really the Supergirl character, because Supergirl really is, you know, almost as strong as Clark anyways. But no, like, she actually is vulnerable, and it made for a good story. And I'm not saying you need to, if you're all powerful, you can't write a good story. Superman is my favorite character of all time, of anything. So, and I like him when he's super powered up. I don't like the depowered, you know, whatever Superman where like he can get shocked and then he's out for a bit. Like real, I don't like the Lois and what's that show called? Superman and Lois. I don't like the depowered Superman and Lois Superman, which just beats up every episode. So yeah, for enjoyment factor, I'm giving it a 2. I really enjoyed it. So that's another hit for John Della Rose. Good job. So I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, which is pretty insane, really. I think Cosmic Warrior was slightly better. I think I gave that a 9.5. And I gave that 9.5 because I was like amped. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Look, I love classic superhero stuff, and there is a lot of it out there. But there's not a lot of the kind of Cosmic Warrior style where it's like this John Carter. Sword and Planet is the sort of the genre of that. There's not a lot of that, and there's not a lot of it now. There was Mighty Barbarians, but that was still fantasy. I'm trying to think what was the last Sword and Planet. I can't really think of one off the top of my head. You know, would you say Thundercats is kind of like that? But anyway, so great job on both of these comics. Check out my Cosmic Warrior review. If you like my space rating system, please like the video, share it out. It's an indie comic. Let's get this, you know, let's get this out there. So that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.